The objectives for today's session are to recognize situations that can lead to heat stress and other heat-related illnesses. You'll learn the differences as well as the symptoms of heat stress, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. You'll want to know how the body reacts, what steps should be taken to prevent heat stress and other heat-related illnesses. And finally, you'll learn what types of basic first aid can be helpful when dealing with fellow employees who experience heat-related illnesses. On average, 3,100 U.S. workers per year had a heat-related illness that caused them to miss work. Heat can build up in the worker's body and cause symptoms that range from headaches and dizziness to seizures, convulsions, and death. Factors leading to heat stress include high temperature and humidity, direct sun or heat, limited air movement, physical exertion, poor physical condition, some medicines, inadequate tolerance for hot workplaces, and insufficient water intake. Types of heat disorders include heat stroke, heat exhaustion, heat cramps, and heat rashes. Hot weather causes more fatalities than any other weather-related source. According to the National Weather Service's 10-year average, there were 170 heat fatalities between 1998 and 2007. During the same period, the average number of fatalities caused by hurricanes was 117. Recognizing the differences between heat stroke and heat exhaustion are crucial. Heat stroke is a medical condition that is life-threatening. The person's cooling system, which is controlled by the brain, stops working, and the internal body temperature rises to the point where brain damage or damage to other internal organs may result. Internal temperature may reach 105 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Heat exhaustion often occurs when people work in a hot, humid place and body fluids are lost through sweating, causing the body to overheat. Temperature may be elevated but not above 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The illustration depicts a heat stroke victim with dry, hot skin on the left and heat exhaustion with moist, clammy skin on the right. Heat exhaustion comes from dehydration. The skin may be cool and moist. The victim's pulse rate will be fast and weak, and breathing will be fast and shallow. If heat exhaustion is untreated, it may progress to heat stroke, which is a medical emergency. Warning signs of heat exhaustion include heavy sweating, paleness, muscle cramps, tiredness, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea or vomiting, fainting. Symptoms of heat stroke can sometimes mimic those of heart attack or other conditions. Sometimes a person experiences symptoms of heat exhaustion before progressing to heat stroke. Symptoms of heat stroke include fever, irritability, dry, hot, red skin, confusion, bizarre behavior, no longer sweating, fainting, rapid but shallow breathing, rapid but weak pulse, seizures. Over 20% of those who suffer a heat stroke die. The key difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke is the presence of mental status changes. When heat illness symptoms are presented, you'll need to respond quickly. First, move the person out of the sun or hot environment and into a shadier air-conditioned space. If fever greater than 102 degrees Fahrenheit, fainting, confusion, or seizures occur, dial 911 or call for emergency medical assistance. Cool the person by covering him or her with damp sheets or by spraying with cool water. Direct air onto the person with a fan or newspaper. Finally, have them drink cool water. If they're able, a half a cup of water every 15 minutes is a good start. If symptoms do not improve, seek medical help immediately. It is easier to prevent heat illness than to treat it once symptoms develop. If possible, acclimatize for up to a week when working in hot weather conditions. This allows your body to gradually adapt to the heat. Hydrate well before thirst kicks in. Once you are thirsty, you are already dehydrated. Drink every 15 minutes or 6 to 20 ounces an hour. Wear light, loose clothing such as cotton so sweat can evaporate. Better yet, invest in wicking or cooling garments like Cool Zone Tech or Miracool bandanas. Use sunscreen to prevent sunburn, which can hinder the skin's ability to cool itself. Wear a hat that provides shade and allows ventilation. If you feel your ability start to diminish, stop activity and try to cool off. Do not drink alcohol or beverages with caffeine because they increase the rate of dehydration.